welcome back. I'm thoroughly enjoying every sip of this. And again, we want to thank our viewers who have logged on and wanted to chat. A couple questions for Anthony. Do you make a ginger beer?
We do not.
Well, okay, you're forgiven that because you make coffee beer. And I could forgive you anything. And it's getting better by the moment. Do you sell this at Total Wines? That's a very good question.
We do.
Viewer.
We have Total Wine is a good customer of ours, and we've got actually many places around town that do sell it, from large places like Total Wine to small places like Corey's Fine Wine,
Whole Foods.
Whole Foods.
Whole
those types
Foods,
of
really?
places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do we get the coffee beer, though? Is it limited?
Only at the brewery.
Yeah.
Only at the
Only at the
brewery.
Yep.
Which-
Right now, at least.
It's a treat.
Okay, the one on Tenaya Way.
The one on today. Yeah.
Yeah, because
we're
you're not
still-
going to be in the Bonanza location probably for a couple months, right?
Yeah,
Darn.
we're shooting for 1st of November, so we'll see what happens. With
Too
the
bad
final
you
things.
can't sell it at the coffee shop, but you'd have to get a liquor license, wouldn't you? Or
Yeah, I would have to get a liquor license, beer and wine.
The beer and wine license. That's kind of more.
You never know.
No.
We close early at Mothership, so we're
Right.
thinking like in the afternoon. Like, oh, it's getting late. Let's change the cold brew out with beer, coffee.
So speaking of which, so everybody's on the same page here. The Tenaya Brewery is open how many days a week?
7 days a week,
From
10 a.m. to about 2 a.m.
okay, so those are the viewing
So-
times. Do you have food? You used to have food.
We used to have food,
okay.
but we eliminated that. Took over the kitchen space for the expanded
So you could
brewery
pack-
operations.
Pack your own lunch or bring a sandwich or
So-
something, right?
Yeah, we have plenty of places that deliver. We even still hold small parties and people cater, and so we're all right with that. We just want to get out of the food business and do what
Do what
we
you
did
do best.
Yeah.
And if this is any example, and how about you, Josh? What are the hours at Sunrise and at the Mothership?
Well, sunrise is easy. It's open until 9 every day, and on the weekends we open a little bit later at 7, 6 o'clock on weekdays. Mothership is open 7 days also.
How do you do it?
Yeah, we close at 6 p.m. except for on Sunday and Monday we close at 4.
And you're open like at ungodly early
No,
hours.
8
right?
o'clock. People are
8
like, hey,
o'clock,
what kind of coffee
Mothership?
shop are you? Like, whoa, we get out of bed late.
You're my kind of people.
But we left the hours like that so that like on Mondays and Sundays we can do events after the shop closes. So we like to bring our wholesale customers in and give them training and do public cuppings, and sometimes we have random events. We wanted the space to be a little bit more flexible, so it's
Right.
it's fun
And
that
you
way
know, a
for us.
cool thing that I really like about it, which is very good for me, is you have a drive-through.
At Sunrise, yeah, we do. have a
Yes, at
drive-thru.
Sunrise
Yeah.
drive-through,
Yeah.
and the service is great.
Always.
Yeah, I know. He's a fan too. I can't tell you both how happy I am that you two great minds came together to create a craft, dare I say, such a delightful brew. And the more I sip it, and it can't be the alcohol content because it's rather mild, the better the flavor. If this is something you want to sit and savor and really
Yeah.
enjoy,
It's definitely a craft, especially what they're doing over at the brewery. I have to give full credit because what we were talking about earlier is sort of the general cultural like beer and coffee drinking experience, and there's what our parents grew up drinking and what we started trying. It's interesting. There's still millions of people that want to drink the more typical beers are
Mass
available,
offerings,
the mass
yeah.
offerings.
mass offering.
But it's funny, I think that the cultural shift that's happening, it's not just about craft beer, craft coffee, it's about just craft in general. And
Exactly.
people understanding that there is another level of experience that, I think it's about discovery.
Yes, and I think you two are good representatives for this type of thing. I know, having been to the brewery and having been to the coffee shop, that sanitation is like top on your list. This isn't one of those places, either place where you're going to go in and even find a
It's not bathtub brewing.
no, or water softener type brewing.
No.
That could be really ugly. But I'm looking forward to you moving to Bonanza because it's going to be a little closer to me. But that's not going to happen for a couple months, right?
It'll be a while. Yeah,
Yeah.
we have a few more licenses to get, and we'll be set to go. We can start brewing there, and we don't have set days or hours there yet. We're still trying to fill that out. So.
Yeah. Any special holiday offerings that you're brewing that?
We always have kind of like one-off beers at the brewery.
What is a one-off? Just a one-time?
Yeah, just like a one-time. So
Take note
a
of
perfect
that.
example is today we're tapping our wheat beer infused with whole blueberries.
That sounds good.
That sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're tapping that today at 4:00.
And what bean would you recommend just off the top of your head to go with that blueberry?
Well, I mean, a couple come to mind. There
See?
are some coffees that have characteristics of fruits that you wouldn't normally expect in a coffee. So
Right.
there's some Ethiopian and African coffees that, you know, when you taste them, you can pick up red currant, you can pick up blueberry, you almost taste like it almost feels like you're drinking a juicy or kind of coffee, not
Interesting.
your typical like rich dark chocolate or bitter, which aren't bad. It's just about preference. And I think the fun thing about coffee is that we get coffee from all around the world, unique farms and small operations, and it's fun to just try them and see, like, hey, what is this about? Because we don't roast dark necessarily. We roast to the potential of each particular coffee. We want
Wow.
to bring out each characteristic. So, you know, really it's more about a point of reference. I don't need to tell somebody or educate somebody about coffee. I just let them try it. And the more things you try, the better your palate gets, and you have more comparison.
And you have those options with the nitrogen
it's
versus
fun.
the other.
All the different
yeah,
brewing methods do
right.
something different. You know, the drip coffee or a manually brewed pour-over coffee, like a single cup brew.
You can't talk to me about that. Up to about a year ago, I had 15 different coffee makers in my garage. I'm
Yeah.
not kidding. My sister, hi Jane and Kathy, would tease me about that I had a. No, I did because
I
I
believe it.
started back in the day with a huge one before Starbucks that could do the latte and the espresso
Sure.
and so. But now I'm back down. I gave them
Yeah.
all to Goodwill. Was a good girl. I'm back down to only 2 machines because I have you right down the street.
Yeah, that's tricky. I mean, for the espresso lovers out there that want to really get the best cup of espresso, you know, you'll know that it requires a certain level of investment in equipment to get really the most potential out of your coffee. So sometimes people ask me, what do I need to do at home to get an espresso machine? I say, go find a good coffee bar near where you live and
'Cause
try
it's
to,
not-
you know, and if they
for
don't
that,
have, and
yeah.
if you don't have one available to you, which we did in Las Vegas for a long time, yeah, your only option is to make it at home because you can't get that same level without some precision equipment and some skills, which is something that people don't really know a lot about. I mean,
Well,
it'll
most people
cost you,
don't know about
too.
the
Yeah, it'll
coffee
cost you,
beer,
yeah.
and I think I want to hope that there's a run out there because again, just as what I like is that bouquet that knows, if you will, because
Yeah, and
again,
as it warms up, you know, any beer really, you know, regardless of the style.
it
but
is so true.
anything.
I mean, just in the course of the program here, and I'm sipping cautiously. It just is getting better and better. And I can't thank you both enough for coming on the show. You know, I've been trying to corral you, Joe, since last year. But a girl can be patient.
well, I heard there was any beer here, so I thought.
So you should, yeah. And yeah, we're celebrating. So happy holidays to all. If you really want to impress your guests this year, I highly recommend that you get some of the coffee beer, and it's sold in what?
Large jugs or
Like this?
growlers.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Then you can get a growler.
Party sized.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoa. Time has flown again. It's almost the end of show time. And thank you. And thank
Thank
you.
you.
I hope everybody is clear on where to find these fine craftsmen. In closing, I want to direct you to my website, www.vegasonlyentertainment.com. We have listings, shows, tickets, times and places for some great events that are coming up. And because it's October, here we go in Vegas. Fremont Street Experience is hosting the 7th annual October Fright Fest. Try saying that real fast after
beer.
some beer. October 4th, Food Tours of America has come to Las Vegas beginning October 5th. The Henderson Oktoberfest is starting Saturday, October 24th. Summerlin has a Festival of Arts. I'm sure you'll be out there.
You guys participating?
Miracle Mile Shops
We're
has
too
an
busy right now.
That's understandable.
Shoptoberfest.
Yeah.
And Tracy Guns is at Rating Love Rock Vault. Go to VegasOnlyEntertainment.com and check times, listings, places. It's been a real slice of heaven here, and I want to thank you guys again. Cheers,
All right,
happy
thank you.
holidays,
Cheers.
everybody.